One of my favorite steaks in life is the ribeye. I love the ribeye. It's my favorite cut of meat because it is the most juicy, the most flavorful, the most marbled. Oh, my mouth is watering just thinking about these. I just got these delivered. It is the Rastelli's 12 or 24 count. Let me tell you, it's almost like we have the black label for Peace Love World. We are talking about the Reserve collection, right? Reserve ribeye. These are not just burgers, friends. These are steak burgers. Your choice of 12 or the 24 count. Lock it into that auto delivery every 60 days. 5 easy pays will go away at the end of the day. And over 700 5-star reviews. You can save almost $32 to stock up and save on that 24 count. These are gourmet steak burgers that are huge, generous size, Midwest Farms, 45 days aged. Come on in, Chris Metzer. I'm so excited about these. I really feel like it's almost like a special collection of clothes. This is your reserve collection of my favorite cut ribeye steak burgers.
Oh, these are actually, this is one of Ray's favorite because, as you know, everyone knows that Ray's favorite steak is the ribeye.
Me too.
And when we were doing burgers, we were like, well, listen, my favorite steak is ribeye. So I
Right.
need a burger that has ribeye, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about ribeye, we talk about real ribeye. Again, we don't use trim or scrap in this. I'm going to show you when we go to the board. But this is a burger that you can eat medium rare, because it's steak, right? Or if you like it a little bit more cooked or medium, it eats beautifully that way as well. So you can't go wrong on which way you cook this burger. So for people that do like it a little bit medium to medium rare, you're fine. And people like it medium well, because all that marbling that's in this beef, right, is going to keep this burger absolutely juicy and tender, regardless if it's medium rare, or medium well. So that's the one thing we loved about this burger when we created it. But then it's the flavor, the buttery flavor that you get from that ribeye. And I'm going to show you, because it's really, really important to see what we really put into this, right? So this is what is going into our burger.
Cut.
Okay. So we have the beautiful piece of black Angus chuck.
Wow.
Okay, which is blended with the ribeye. Okay. So when we talk about ribeye, so to understand what that means is that if you ever go to a really nice steakhouse, and you get prime rib of beef, that beautiful slab of prime rib, end cut, middle cut with the au jus that you pay, I don't know how many dollars for at a steakhouse. That's what this is. That's what's actually going into the burger. Not many people would take a beautiful prime rib of beef and actually grind it into a burger.
Right.
But we found that it makes the most juicy, tender, and buttery burger that you're ever going to have. It's just a burger experience.
Chris, can I tell you that I just found out this year what you just told us? This year, I found out that my favorite prime rib roast is ribeye. And I was like, oh my gosh, it blew my mind. But imagine that center, like incredible premium quality cut in a burger of all things with that chuck. And by the way, I just got it delivered. Chris, I can't wait to cook mine. But I like looked at them and I weighed them. The box was heavy. I was like, this is a huge steak burger. This is not a puny, like, oh, I might need to do a little double decker. This is like one burger. I'm going to get full kind of 5.33 ounce each.
Yes.
Thank you.
And this is, Nancy, a really big burger, and it doesn't shrink either. So this is how it's going to come to your door. Now, when you open your box, if you're giving this for a gift or you're receiving it yourself, when you see the black box, you know you're getting something very, very special. And why do I say that is because the black box means it's our reserve. And that means that the black Angus beef has been aged for 45 days. Now, normally we age our meat 28 days. And so why is that important? Because that's an extra, basically 17 days that the meat's actually aging, right? Where those enzymes are mingling with the proteins. And it's making it even more tender. And more flavorful. Yes, that's what the finest steakhouses that say aged for 45 days. And you know what those prices are. A lot of time it's market price. And a lot of times they don't even have burgers that are actually aged like that. I don't know if I've been to any burger, but if you look at the screen, why it's so special is if you look on the right side, that's a traditional burger. It's actually hand pounded or by a machine pressed. So the heat goes actually around it. The Rastelli burger, it's folded. The meat is gently folded together. So the heat goes through the meat, which actually makes the burger plump. So when you put it on the grill, what you're going to do is you're going to let it cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. And you're going to see the juices starting to pull on the top. It's starting to plump. That's when you want to season it. Once you season it, you're going to flip it. You're going to season it again, and then you're going to see it plump. So the burger doesn't actually shrink, it actually plumps. So when you look at it on a bun, like you see there, or I'll show you on here, the burger fills the bun. It doesn't shrink. Now here's a little trick, a little chef trick.
Yes, please.
When you're cooking your burger, a lot of times we get impatient, right?
Yeah.
We tend to push the burger. We press it with that spatula, and that big flame comes up, and you get all excited. Well, you're pressing all the flavor out of that burger. So we don't want to press the burger, and we don't want the grill to be so hot that it's going to catch on fire. So you want a nice medium heat. Now, the one thing that we love about these, Nancy, and I always tell everybody, is when you cook our burger, right?
Individually wrapped.
It's going to, you can take, you're going to take them out of the box. You can stuff these in every little nook and cranny in your freezer. You don't have to keep that big box, right?
That's what I did,
But the hardest thing about cooking our burger, go ahead.
That's exactly what I did. I took them out of the box and I was like filling up the freezer because they're individually wrapped, right? They don't even take much space in the freezer.
Right. They're vacuum sealed. They're going to last for 12 months, right? Which is what we love about our burger. But the hardest part about cooking this burger is cutting the top off. Okay? And that's it. You cut this top off and you're going to put this frozen right on your preheated grill. And that's it. 4 to 5 minutes. When the juices start pooling on the top, you season it, you flip it, 4 to 5 minutes, season the other side, your burger is done. That's how easy it is. You don't thaw these, you cook these from frozen.
Chris, let's talk about restaurants because you're either eating at home or you're going to eat at a restaurant. How many times have you gotten a restaurant? And can we also reiterate, this is our #1 food brand here at QVC. It's Rastelli's. They're going to celebrate their 50 years. They started as America's personal butcher, right? Family owned, right here in Pennsylvania, Dutch country. Like they said, they have these relationships with the farmers, right? This is such a special treat. If you go to a restaurant, let me tell you how much a burger will cost. They don't even call it a steak burger. This is the company that actually supplies steak burgers and burgers to the finest restaurants. It's like getting those $25 to $30 now, really, really expensive steak burgers that you would get at a restaurant. I did the math on this, Chris, and for the 24 count, it comes out to a little over $5 a burger. Can I also say, Chris, I got it delivered. And those, can you show them the patty? They were huge and they were heavy. And guess what? They're not going to shrink. They're going to plump when you cook them, right?
They do. I mean, they stay heavy. Really thick. And I'm going to show you on a bun because that's really a great point. I'm going to take this burger. I'm not going to put anything else on it, but I'm going to cut this one in half. Okay, I just put a little bit of cheese on the bottom.
Do you see how it fills the bun?
But I want to show you how thick this burger is.
Yes, thank you.
Look at that.
Can you show them the side?
So that burger, it is so beautiful. So look at this.
I want to
take the bun off, but look how
that bun is completely full. Chris, do you know how many times that I get a burger, I cook it, it's shrunk down, and it's all bread?
Yes.
Oh
yeah, absolutely. Because it's like the burgers. Where's the burger? I'm going to show you on a regular burger right here. So this is again on a regular size hamburger bun.
Look at how big and juicy that is. That's not just like a regular steak burger. That's a ribeye steak burger. And if you didn't know this, Chris is a professionally trained chef. He just told you that that is prime rib, like the most expensive, like Christmas dinner prime rib, right?
It really is. It's the Christmas prime rib. I mean, that we're putting into a burger. And again, I put it over here. I'm not sure we can get in here, but I put it on a plate with vegetables and mashed potatoes because this eats. It really does. It eats like a steak because it's made with steak.
Ribeye,
and look how beautiful that is.
Yum.
So if you don't want to have it on the bun, But if you want to have it just with some vegetables, it goes absolutely perfect. If you want to do your burger bar like we do here,
Yeah.
you can actually have all your toppings, which I love doing. And again, when you have a big burger like this, you have a lot of space to cover. We can do pickles. We can do the bacon on here. We can put a slice of tomato on there. But the burger is so big,
Yeah.
it's
Look
the
at this
burger
burger.
supports all those beautiful toppings. Look at that burger.
Have you
And then
ever
you put
had
the top
egg on your
there.
burger, Chris? You would do this is like the new thing. You fry an egg and you put it in there. Look at how big his hand is. You know what that is? That is the biggest, fattest, juiciest, plumpest ribeye steak burger, because I have it and I cannot wait to like make this at home. Look at, you can't even open that with your mouth, Chris.
No, you can't. And I mean, it's just so beautiful. And again, it's that prime rib.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the egg, Nancy. It's kind of funny because at my house,
Yeah.
we call it the hangover burger. Not for any reason.
Yeah. The movie?
It's just a little, I'm not saying that we have hangovers, but when we do the egg in the morning, we
It's
actually,
good. My husband
we
makes a
joke
little-
about it. It's like the hangover burger, you know?
My husband
we
makes
have fun
chipotle
with it. But again,
mayo. Yeah. Add a little
it's so
chipotle
good on
powder with
salads
a
as
little
well.
mayo. I'm telling you, it's so good. All right, so lock it into that auto delivery every 60 days, but it's your 12 count or 24 count. The 5 Easy Pays will go away at the end of the day. You're saving almost $32 on the 24 count. It comes out to a little over $5 a burger and over 700 5-star reviews. Can I say like 701, Chris? Because I can't wait to put my 5-star review on QVC. For the Reserve Collection Ribeye Steakburgers. Okay, we saw